Hello, this is Peg with Craft Room Stories. Welcome to my channel. Guys, okay, I have rigged my camera so that it is no longer attached to my desk. It's actually attached to some hymnals, and it's a whole thing. And in the meantime, I knocked a bunch of stuff off my desk. It's been a morning, and yeah. So, okay, I had this idea. Now, I did not invent this wheel or anything like that, okay? Other people have done this, but I had a random idea when I was organizing my ribbons, which look at this. They all look like this, organized on these little wooden things. Got them from Amazon. Kind of expensive, but totally worth it. Look at that. They don't take up much room. You can put, like I've got on this one, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ribbons on this one spool. So I've been able to organize myself very happily. Okay, so anyway, I had all this white ribbon, and I said to myself, when am I going to use this? Unless I make like a wedding book, or, or totally do just kind of a black and white, or just, I just don't use white ribbon. Why do I have so much of it? I don't know. Most of it came in like, stuff from thrift stores and things like that. So I was also playing with stamps just because it's fun. And I thought, what if I stamp on these ribbons? And I know that my sister told me that Pam at the Paper Outpost has done this too. I didn't actually see that video, but she does it. This was just in my head. This was not that I saw somebody and so I need to give them credit, but obviously other people do this, okay? It just came to me anyway. So I have some thicker ribbon, like this. So I've done this one, which I think looks kind of fun. And I'd probably put like maybe some flower trim or something around this and just hang that as like a little ribbon banner, on the side of a page or something like that. Then this was a little piece of fabric I had left. And I sometimes like to stamp on fabric if it's just a small thing like this, and then rip it off so that I have just like pieces that I can use. I gotta put the glasses down. So this is a good muslin. Also, I printed on it with my printer. Oh, now look at that. There's got to be something catastrophic happen when I craft, or it's just not worth it. So anyway, I mean that's fixable. Plus, I like to rip it, even though it causes all kinds of weird wrinkles and stuff. I'm trying not to get off screen, trying to get my thing all fixed. Okay, so see, all the fun little fringy stuff around it is fun. And then I'm just using this as an example. You could either glue it or dangle it. Even, I don't care if it's sideways and you've got a fun little dangle there. I mean, that's obviously 2 words, so I probably wouldn't do that. But anyway, then I got a random idea. And I thought, I have these fabric markers. Now, they're in a coffee can, but that's okay. I use everything for storage. And they have a skinny side and a fat side. And so I thought, what if I colored some of the things that I stamped? And so now I have an orange VW bug. How cute is that? I love that one. Definitely going to play with that. Now, some of them obviously would be harder to do, and I probably chose too dark of colors for the butterfly. You can't see the lines as well. So in future, I would probably do more pastel-y type colors for that. I thought that blue would be lighter, and it's not. But that's okay. So that's a fabric one, and I have stamped on fabric before, but anyway, I don't remember if I've done a video on it, but it doesn't matter. This is just, this ribbon is so weird. Okay, I know I'm going to stand up and see if you can see what this looks like. Okay, no, you can't tell. It has a slight sheen, but not much of one. And it's got this weave. It actually feels kind of like cotton, but maybe a cotton poly blend or something. I don't know. It feels yummy. And I thought I would, just cut these apart, and just do, like I said, like put these on dangles and stuff like that. You can put a bulb pin through that and some, these are both words, so I wouldn't choose that, but, put a bulb pin through that, maybe a little bead or something like that, and you've got something fun to hang on your page or to dangle somewhere. But then after I saw them, these were all, okay, my dogs are hysterical because it's a beautiful day, so people are outside. And even though we live in the country, we do have neighbors on this, you know, little plot of land. And so, you know, they periodically drive by or are outside working. And so when my dogs see them, they lose their ever-loving minds. And if that happens, I will try to cut it out as best I can. But anyway, after I got these, they're these little kind of small French words or numbers, you know, and they're just really cool writing, I think. Not all French words. Postcard obviously is English, but you know what I mean. So, like parfum, violette, I don't speak French, so if I'm not pronouncing it correctly and you know how to speak French, just know it's not my language. But anyway, after I got them in this line, I thought if they were kind of a little bit closer together, I would just totally have a ribbon, you know, and maybe put that on, you know, with some lace behind it. Let me see. What have I got over here beside me? Okay. Look at this lace. This came off of the robe. And it's gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. So anyway, I would just put that down the middle of that. You've got a belly band or something, you know, like that. If this was like closer together, I think. I wouldn't have had it that far apart. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm just kind of showing you what I did. Now let's do some, okay? Also, you can coffee dye these. And I haven't done that, but we may do that another time. So let's do one of these bigger pieces first. And I'm going to get like just a large piece here because we might do more than one. And I'm sure y'all have all probably done this before, so this is not new. But you haven't done it with me, and so fun. Let's see if I can get this. See, they come with these little clips, these little wooden things, and I like them. I don't use the clips for everything. I use pins for some of the smaller ones and stuff, but still very handy dandy. Let's put that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and dovetail. I probably need my bigger ones, bigger scissors for this because the little ones don't do as well. Hello. Okay. I can't get it even. Okay, let's try again. Let's just dovetail one end. There we go. It's something like that. And what are we going to stamp on this? We can stamp it going this way if we have something. I also got these birds out. Some of them look like hummingbirds. They're so pretty. This one is lovely, but it's a sideways one. But this one looks like it goes up and down. Plus, there's the flying one. Don't know if it would totally fit, but it looks like it might. And you can put enjoy life or beautiful or something like that. Let's see about this flying one. Oh, okay. And we might even color it. I haven't tried to color on the satin. Goodness, that one doesn't want to come off. I don't know if I've used it. I use a Stay-On a lot for fabric because I know it won't bleed. I have not tried the the Distress Oxide. We might just pick a little piece right up here and do just a little one, just for kicks and giggles and see how it works. I'll just try this Enjoy Life just right up there. And this is Villainous Potion, which is a really dark purple, and it makes me so happy. I don't care for its name all that much. It should just say, you know, Royal Beautiful Purple or something, but I didn't get to choose the name of it. Now, it's not showing up terribly dark on here. I don't like to do it this way because then it tends to get all over like the edges, and then I need something with which to wipe them away. I guess I'll just use my finger and have purple fingers. It's okay. I feel like it's not very much on there. I don't know what's going on, but we'll just see. It's like, it feels like it's not in the middle. I don't know. Do you guys stamp with stamps and oxide? Or do you just use them with the dauber things? I don't think I've done this. Well, we'll just see. Okay. It does kind of bleed. Can you guys see that? Do you see it bleeding into the things, yeah, we won't be using that. At least not on the, I don't know about using it on fabric at all, but I got it down just for kicks in case we wanted to, but I think I'm going to reject that and stick with the StazOn. It is black, but that is why I got the fabric markers, because they don't bleed. Well, at least they didn't bleed on this one that is this, oh no, on the fabric. So I haven't tried it on the ribbon yet. It'll be a trial and error. We'll see. Ooh, y'all. I am having a whole lot of trouble, and I've mentioned this before, a whole lot of trouble with my left hand. I'm dropping things. It hurts all the time, and it's like going to sleep all the time. It's really not great. I don't like it. All right, let's see if we can put that right down here as even as we can. Okay. Now, can you tell the difference? Like, that is not bleeding into the fibers. Well, maybe slightly, although weirdly it didn't on this. Well, I don't know, maybe a little bit, y'all, but I think it's okay. Not as much as this one. You see how that's getting real, like, weird looking, and this one is kind of mostly staying its shape. We'll stick with these StazOn. Okay. Let's try, ooh, the flying bird. I'm going to need a bigger block. Didn't think about that. All right, y'all. I do like the StazOn. I would like to have it in multiple colors. Hint, 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 Rob. StazOn. He's the one who bought me this one. I think it went in my stocking or something like that one year. All right, now let's see. Let's see. We'll just try. I hope it's not going to cut off some wings, but it might. No, I think it mostly got there. All right. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. Okay. I don't want the StazOn to dry out. So look at that. Now, I could even like leave a little bit up here and put a wax seal or something like that. Now this is kind of creased here. I might iron that at some point in life or set a book on it for a little while. I'm going to leave a little bit of room up here to put something else. Ooh, you know what could be fun? If we did a wax seal, let me turn on my glue gun real quick. I find, oh, I hope you can hear me. I find that the wax seals, that they do better with a glue gun being glued onto things. Other people. Now, I did also see somebody do wax seals on little things of paper so that you could just glue the paper onto things. I tried that and was unsuccessful with the results, but I was kind of in a hurry and not really paying close attention, so maybe if I did it differently, I would like it better. So I'm thinking wax seal, maybe a tassel hanging from the wax seal, if we did it maybe at the side or something. What do you think? That could be fun. Let's see, what, maybe either like a tree, like the tree of life, or some flowers. What have we got here? We've got some roses, and I've also got this one that looks like I can't think what I'm trying to say. Oh, a picture of land and the sun, and anyway, I can't even say what I'm trying to say. I don't know what's wrong with me. I blame everything on menopause. It's all the fault of menopause. Now here's one that is a rose, and I do love this, but I'm kind of thinking I really like that tree with that one. Here's a green one with a tree, but I mean with a rose. Good night. Some days I wonder if I should just stay silent. I mean, it's not going to happen because I must talk, but I wonder if I should stay silent. Now I have a whole little thing of these. I think I got these at Temu or something like that. And we could do a green one that totally kind of matches and just go with green, or a pretty yellow, goldy looking color. I like that together. That contrast is really pretty. Or there's like a lighter green. No, I think I'll stick with that yellow. I think that looks pretty. Okay, so I do love a good tassel. And you can... Now, do we want to color the bird at all? Like, I mean, it could mess it up. I don't really know. But it's trial and error. You know, we don't know. We don't know what it's going to look like. Here is a lighter green. We can test it on this, maybe, and see if we want to do that. Let's just see how it looks. Okay, y'all, it looks to me like it is really bleeding a lot. I think it's because it's satin, and satin doesn't want to take things as well. So let us not do that. We will leave it black and white, and we'll just let our color be the wax seal and the tassel. And I do like it kind of over to the side. And then maybe we will also use a pretty flower or something. We could, I don't want to do yellow because it's not really the right thing, but I've got green that I don't know that I like that with that. No. I mean, if I did this yellow, it kind of matches the thing. Can y'all see that? Am I just in your way? But I don't really like that. Y'all help me. There should be something that works. Ooh. Now this is yellow, but it has a little green and it's kind of pretty. Oh, I think we'll do that. I have a really hard time telling what is up and what is down. I think this is up. Okay, so we can just do a little row of that, maybe. The flower trims, y'all, make me so happy. I know I have a lot of it, but it's just, ooh, that might be too long. What if we did it, no, kind of coming out a little bit? What do you think? We can also do like a little piece of lace. That's, I don't like that. Okay. I know I've got some other yellow lace. It doesn't have to be yellow, I don't guess, but that's just kind of what I'm leaning towards here for some reason. And yet, let's see, even if we did this like across the top and did that and did that, I don't know, how do you feel about that? Would it just be better to do, because we have yellow going on here, would it be better just to do a bit of white on white? I kind of like that better, y'all. I don't know how you feel, but we're going to do the white. Now, I don't know where this came from, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the more vintage laces that I have, and I just think it's so pretty. It's an off-white, but I think it kind of just goes. So we're going to use a little Fabri-Tac on that. Already, I cannot feel these 3 fingers and this thumb. And this one is tingling. Yeah, really, really hard to craft when that is happening. I'm not trying to complain or have anybody feel sorry for me, because I'm sure that I can get some help for it. I'm only explaining why I'm like dropping everything. Well, I am clumsy anyway, but dropping everything and then, you know, struggling to feel like making videos when I can't seem to hang on to anything. I'm going to just trim this at the top because I don't really like this hard line. Here they go. That's Gibson. He wants to say hi. No, I'll just trim this off a little bit. It's hanging way over. Okay. I don't mind if it's hanging a little bit, but anyway, I have most of my new setup done, and maybe I could show you. I don't even know if you'd want to see it, but I have it set up now, and you might like it. Might like to see where I craft. Everybody's got, you know, some people have different, like their own dedicated room. I don't. I have a corner a weird kind of alcove of the living room. All right, got a little glue threads always make everything stick to me. Okay, I kind of like that. And now I'm gonna probably glue this ahead of time before gluing down the thingy wax seal, because I want it to not be moving around. And now I've glued my thumb there. That's hot. Yeah, I know. I'm a mess. My husband just sits over there just wanting to laugh out loud because he's like, "You're a ding-a-ling dame." He would never call me that, but I know that's what he's thinking in his mind. Okay, now we've got that little wax seal. I may go ahead and put a little bit more glue under there. Because I want it to stay good. But of course, that's when it wants to seep out. All right, now we've made a lovely little edge strip stamping on ribbon. And this, I would totally use this. Where before, that wide white ribbon, I wouldn't even know what to do. I mean, I might use it as a closure or something for a journal, but it would be kind of boring. And this, I think, is not. I think this is pretty. What do y'all think? Would you use something like this? Just let me know. Okay, we're going to put that aside. And I'll do, you know what I haven't done? And I probably should have done it to that one, but I put glue, so. But you gotta sometimes burn the edges so that it doesn't move along. All right, let's stamp some on this weird ribbon. I don't know that it is even ribbon. You know, it might be, I don't think it's a seam binding or anything like that, but I don't know. I really don't know what it is. But it's kind of fun. And I think it might have come from Hobby Lobby originally. I can't tell you what the name of it was, but I can picture the little spool that it came on. And I'm thinking that's possible. All right, so I may have to end this video quickly because I cannot feel my hand. All right, look at this. I got these travel stamps from the Dollar Tree, and that's where I got this little bug, and it's got a hot air balloon and an airplane and a camera, bicycle, suitcase, some, you know, stamps and stuff for mail, and a little ticket, you know, a little road sign and everything. How cute is that? And they're small, so you can really use them. I can't use them on this. Definitely not. I mean, one little sign you could do. Oh, I have it upside down. Can you see it better that way? Yeah. I don't know myself, really. I don't know. Now, this one with the hot air balloon says around the world. But I bet that you could put, if you don't want that, you could, and if you were never going to use that part around the world, you could just cut out the balloon and just have the balloon without the clouds. Or you could keep the clouds and cut out the words. Or you could just cut it out and have it separately, which is probably what I would do, because I don't always like everybody else's words. I like to use scriptures and hymns and things like that. But anyway, isn't that cute? I totally, you know, $1.25, totally worth it. But this, I'm pretty sure came from Temu, also probably around $2 or something like that. And it's got all these fun words, and we will just start stamping anything that looks cute. And that one is not quite wide enough, but I used this one before, and it's just kind of, it's just a fancy little thingy-majug. We're just going to do that and use our StazOn. I'm going to open it upside down this time in the hopes that I will not make everything go crazy. Okay, you guys are going to be sick of me in about 2 seconds, if not already. Sorry about that. It's just, some days are just not my days. And do you guys have those? Like, where it's not even just days, it's like, it feels like it's weeks, where you just feel not yourself? Oh my goodness, it's totally me. Totally me. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I can't do that long one on there. I have to do shorter ones. Well, I have that other thingy. I don't know what this says, but we'll just put it on here. And then it'll be a fun little pretty scripty thing, you know, to have on here. And then I would totally use that. And I'm also going to be making a French blue. I almost picked that up. What is wrong with me? Oh, my husband says the list is long. So, and then I'll just put them all along here. So when I make that French blue, it's going to be kind of blue and cream. So I may coffee dye this. And I understand that you can, after this is set, that you can coffee dye with StazOn already on there. So I'm probably putting that upside down, but that's okay. And then we'll have a date maybe. This is kind of fun. Do y'all ever just play with stamps? I don't find that, I feel like I'm not like very good at it. I don't know. A lot of people do stamping and stuff with mixed media. And I haven't done mixed media in a long time. I do enjoy doing it, but I haven't done it in a long time. Oh, my head probably got in the way. Sorry. I have a doctor's appointment today to see if they can do anything with this hand. And maybe I can get some help. And then tomorrow, I haven't told you guys, I don't know what I've said. But tomorrow is Itty's surgery. I don't know if I've even mentioned this. So if I'm repeating myself, forgive me. If if it's all new, then okay. So Itty, my little 8-pound Dorky, Dachshund Yorkie mix, she had hurt herself last year and has been basically for a year living in a dog stroller. It literally happened in March, and so this has been her life for a year. She's fine with it, though. She loves the dog stroller. It puts her up higher so she can see everything. And so anyway, that's not an issue. But turns out her teeth got bad, and I didn't even realize, so I'm like a really bad mom, I guess. I feel horrible about it, but anyway, her teeth got bad, and it affected her heart. If you have little dogs especially, apparently they're more prone to it, that you need to get their teeth cleaned. And I know it's expensive, but it's worth it. But anyway, now she's going to have to go in and have her teeth cleaned and have several removed. But because, I don't know which is upside down. I think it's this way. Because it has gone into her heart, there is a chance that she could die from the surgery. But here's my thoughts on it, you guys. If she does die while having surgery, then that means that she will have died while I'm trying to get her some help, which I would much prefer over her dying, because I have to put her to sleep. I literally cannot. I can't even bear that. I can't even think of it. Because she is my sidekick. I mean, she goes shopping with me. She goes on trips with me. And, she's just always with me. And has been, we got her when she was 2 and she's 13. So she has been for 11 years. And I just don't even know what to think. And my other 2 dogs are like 45-pound dogs, and they, we got them to like the car, because for a long time they didn't even like the car at all. And now they like the car, so that is a good thing. But, I don't remember which ones I've done. I don't think I've done this one. We're just, okay, I can't get that off. Anyway, I just can't bear the thought of losing her. But we know we don't have them for very long, and so that's why we love them and spoil them while they're here. But that is tomorrow, and that's why I'm trying to get some videos made today. I may only get one video this week. I don't know, because I just don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. And so y'all have to forgive me for not being on the ball. I know we all love our little fur babies. And anyway, she's definitely mine. My baby. So, okay, there's a couple here I want to do. see. So there's so many to choose from, it's really hard to choose. Okay, come here. They stick really well, I must say. Okay. I thought I'd do this little tiny thing. It's like a little swirly thing. I know it's hard to see until I get it stamped. Oh, that's not it. No, that's the number thing. This is the swirly thing, but that's okay. Look at that number thing. Well, I may put it over and do that swirly thing in between. I try not to keep my head in the way, but you have to try to, you know, you're trying to make it even and all. It makes it a little bit difficult. A little bit. Okay, there. And once you get this ink on it, you can kind of see the swirly thing that it is. I don't know. I wish I knew what this ribbon, you know, was, because I really, really like it. I would love this in multiple colors. It is just really fun to play with. So how are y'all doing? You doing anything fun? Working on anything fun? Let me know. I'm running out of ideas. I feel like I'm very Oh, there's my phone. Sorry about that. I'm running out of ideas. I'm feeling like I'm having a dry spell. I know I'm not the only one who gets that. Let me just stop and see if that's really important. And then I may just mute my phone. Yeah, let me just mute that. Okay. Just a couple more stamps on here. Oh, dogs, no. A couple more. What do we want to put? Monsieur? Monsieur? No, I should not try to pronounce French words. I fail. It is not. I tried to take French in college, and I managed to stay in for like a week. And I was like, that's not for me. And the teacher was a little bit mean. She kind of made fun of everybody who couldn't say things correctly. I was like, look, this is not an easy pronunciation language. It is just not. And so she was super fun. I don't know what else I need to do. I think that one's kind of fun. There are just so many options of fun things. I may have to do that one that way. Anyway, I saw somebody else I thought have something with these little tiny words so that you can do it in little places where you may want to. And I thought to myself, I need that. I just, you know, watching videos is dangerous because then you see all kinds of things and you're like, I need it. So let's take a look. Oh, I better put the pen back in my glue before I totally forget to do that. I've done that and left it overnight. Good way to dry out your Fabri-Tac. So anyway, here is our ribbon. And then how fun to use that. I am going to probably coffee dye that, at least a lighter, so it's not bright white. Or I might even go blue. I don't know, because it's going to go into blue and cream. I don't know. Y'all tell me, blue or cream. But it'll probably be cream. I don't know. Anyway, I love it. I can cut it, you know, and do, you know, bits of it one color and bits of another color. But won't that be fun, don't you think? I love it. Okay, so, you know, if you get you some ribbon and you have some tiny stamps and you're like, and if you're like me, you buy ribbon because you feel like you need to have lots and lots of ribbon. And then you don't use it. Either you just are like, I don't want to use it because then I'll run out of it, or I want something a little bit fancier there, or this or that, you know. And you don't want to use it then because you have something else that's fancier. You can make your ribbon fancy, and that is very fun, I think. This has been fun for me. I hope it's been kind of fun for you. I know I rambled on for like ever, and that might have been annoying. Hopefully not. Oh, there's sticking to the bottom of that. But thank you for coming in and sharing a little bit of my day today. And I hope that your day is wonderful and that your week is great. Okay, hugs. Bye.